That is a good shot. Wow, just let it, oh dear. So first your world burned, now you want every other world to burn as well. Oh, that's nice. Getting to see the fear on her face. Yep, her ally has abandoned her. What? No! What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben and today I'll be reacting to the last two episodes of Tales of the Empire, and by that it will be the last episodes of both Morgan and Barris's story. It has been a while since I've seen the first two, so I've got to try and remember what happened there. I figured this would be the best time to watch these two episodes because from here the timeline gets a bit weird and tricky, because I know from here it's Rebels, Andor, and those basically are meant to overlap at some point. But then after Andor, there's meant to be Andor Season 2, which then links to the movie, which I'm meant to watch after that. So I figured that would be more streamlined just to set that aside, do Rebels, and then all the Andor stuff then. And then it goes into the original trilogy, which I've seen, and then beyond. So I figured this would be the best time to do Tales of the Empire, even though it might not place perfectly within chronological order. Yeah, I'm super excited to get into this and see where these two characters ended up. So yeah, we had Morgan's story, who became a very interesting character, with her basically being such a volatile person who's motivated by rage and anger which can never be satisfied. And now Thrawn has come in, who you guys have told me a lot about him, so very excited to get to know whatever his whole thing is. And he's come in and and he is using her rage and anger for whatever his purpose is. So very looking forward to see where her story ends up and where the Empire leaves her, or just what the Empire does with her. And then we have Barriss, so I think her story was the one I was mainly a bit conflicted about, just because from a story perspective, it felt a little rushed that she left the dark side so quickly. It makes sense for the character because she never would go into that deep into the dark side. But to have her join the Inquisitors, to immediately leave them, felt a little bit underwhelming. But I am looking forward to seeing where she is now after leaving it completely and what her story ends off with here. Also, before jumping into this reaction, I just wanted to thank you guys so much. As of recording this, we have passed 2,000 subscribers, and I just think that's incredible. Your support has meant the absolute world to me, and I cannot wait to keep bringing you more videos. Now with that, let's dive into this episode. Music's already super interesting. So yeah, back on this planet, this is where she... What'd she do here? Oh wow, a lot of pollution. So is this the Empire? No, because she won, but so she's stripping. So wait, is she using the planet for its resources then? Doesn't look too happy, because yeah, she won. She had the Imperial, she had Thrawn's ships. She had that show up. Oh, his fleet, or one, what did he say? One of his fleets? He had that all show up. This guy, you wanted her gone. Okay, a lot happening. Things gone a whole lot worse for you. Who's that? It's blue. It looks friendly. Are they Empire? They don't look Empire. Helmets, though, look Empire. But they're blue, not all black and white.
Open the gate in the name of the New Republic.
Oh, New Republic. Okay, yeah, this is definitely out of the timeline, isn't it? I'm guessing this is after the Empire has fallen. So after the original trilogy. It's like further than I've ever seen yet. This isn't, I'm good with this. This isn't a mistake for watching it in this order. I'm confident, I'm happy. This should be fine, hopefully. So she's stuck around then after the Empire has fallen. But clearly the Empire being absent hasn't been great for these people. So stuff is still pretty bad out there.
I'm now an ambassador of the New Republic. They were looking for people to go to distant worlds and petition for membership. Here I am.
Was she in the last episode? I have no idea.
The Galactic Empire was defeated. You don't know?
So they don't even know?
Some news reaches us more slowly than
That's
others.
huge though. Okay, that is horrifying. How much control does she have over this planet?
I see things have only gotten worse since I left.
I should have never allowed the witch to take over.
Okay, so you were in charge beforehand? And you just gave over the power? That's interesting.
The people are afraid.
I have my guards.
It won't be enough.
I take his warning.
I will speak with her.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Why not just try and evacuate people?
Doubtful. She'll even see you. No one goes in.
Okay, this is giving me a lot of thoughts, a lot of stuff going on. Because this obviously tells of the Empire. So she is like a remnant of it that after it has fallen. So Palpatine is dead, Vader is dead, and now the New Republic is here. Surprised they didn't go with a new name, they just gone with the New Republic. That's fun. I mean, how long will that last? A couple thousand years and it will still be called the New Republic? Yeah, I do like that. It wasn't even in the she wasn't even in the opening of the episode. It was just talking about her and it feels menacing. She's just been absent or missing or hasn't even been seen yet. What is that? What's the guy doing there? Why is he standing up in the thingy? Okay, so she's seeing them. Cool. Did we see inside of here last time? I don't think we did. I mean, it's nice, looks pretty. I like how scary this feels. They look terrified. They have no idea what's happening here. Okay, she is here and she comes out armed. Cool.
I brought a petition to the Senate for Corvus to become a member planet. However, first you must step down and relinquish your control of the local system.
Why wouldn't on earth would she agree to that?
If you will not comply, I will have to arrest
That's
you.
rather stupid. That's a hostile takeover.
You left many years ago because it did not suit you to work in our factories. You felt it was beneath you.
Okay, so she's already looking through these people and undermining them. Awesome.
You have all but enslaved these people.
You cannot stop what has begun.
So what are you planning? Because you're meant to be working for Thrawn now, but if the Empire's gone, what does that mean?
And I will fulfill my destiny.
So you found something new.
I hope you're prepared to back up that statement.
Please, there's no need.
They're gonna die, aren't they?
Your crimes are well known. Step down willingly. Turn yourself in.
Is she really gonna make herself an enemy of the thing that came after the Empire?
Don't burn everything down around you.
Bad words.
The world has been burning since I was a child.
Yeah, no.
Why should this one be any different?
Okay, this is awesome. She's just a complete self-destructive thing. Everything that she cares about was already burnt, so she cares about nothing else.
Kill her.
Okay, that's already 2 guards down. She has so many more. You have one tiny ship. Oh! Impaled? Okay, awesome. That is cool.
You should be careful with your tongue. Your people need you more than I do.
Oh, actually leaving him alive. That's kind of nice, I guess. But I'm assuming she only needs him because if she got rid of him, the rest of the people would fall out of line as well. This guy feels so broken, seeing all of this. He's tried so hard, but yeah, it's just fallen apart. And she's now completely on her own and, oh dear, this feels so bad. She's just on the run. She's gonna get slaughtered. This feels horrifying. Can she get away? Like, oh dear. Out in the open. Oh no. You got a line of fire. No. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. You're gonna blow up the ship. Oh, this poor woman. Droid's dead. And you're gonna... Oh, this is cool. She's gonna run onto the ship, think she's safe, and then boom. Okay, no, it was at least it exploded a little bit beforehand. But that means Droid's dead, and you look burnt, so now you're just gonna be killed anyway. This is horrifying. This is so awful. Alive or dead? I think she's dead. What? Why? Why are you burning down the forest? You really took what she said literally. Burn everything down, okay. Really break everyone. Destroy the environment. Does she find... does she have more connection with fire now after seeing what happened on Dathomir? Is she, like, find comfort in it, maybe?
You are all under my steadfast protection. The fires will continue burning. You will work night and day.
Oh, dear.
But you do so knowing that you will be part of an effort that will save our galaxy from ruin.
Galaxy? Oh, what are you doing? You moving? You're actually allowed to go check on her. And she's alive! Okay. But you aren't leaving this planet, are you?
No matter how dark things get,
I can't.
you can.
Oh, dear. Oh, beeping. You got that working? How? Is that...
Help will come,
Okay, distress call.
but you must be ready to do your part, even if it is small.
Is this Morgan's story or is this her story?
You can make a difference.
Or is this their story? Like, where does this leave Morgan? And dead.
Who is this? I received your distress signal.
Someone?
Who is this?
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, no. No.
No one is coming.
She is so menacing. Just stabbing his last bit of hope. That's quite good. What are you trying to do? You're trying to just cause chaos in the New Republic then? That's interesting. That is a good shot. Wow, just let it... Oh, dear. So first your world burned, now you want every other world to burn as well. Honestly, I quite enjoyed that because it almost made me think at the end, is it really Morgan's story? What's it going to do for her in the galaxy if they are going to get someone to help and, like, overthrow her? That isn't much her story, that's more the people's story. Then it just rips it out at the end and her destroying all their hope. honestly really love that. So now I think I'm definitely missing a lot of information on this character, and I'm looking forward to when things start falling into place as I get to the future stuff in Star Wars, because this is clearly, I'm nowhere near this in the timeline. I've still got Rebels and Andor and the movie that comes after that, and then it's meant to get into the after the Empire stuff. So it's cool to see that this is the first point of that and that there is stuff going on. New Republic, interesting name. Feel like that's going to get old fast, especially if it lasts quite a while. Like in 1,000 years, would it still be called the New Republic, or would they have to come up with a different name for it? But yeah, I do love the themes of fire with her story. How her world burned originally, and how that was seen as a very sad thing. Now she's basically taken control, and she is in control of the fire. She has taken the power, and she's gone from being helpless to being the one causing the pain. It's a very interesting character choice. It's so cool seeing how this villain has developed, going from being helpless and being the one suffering to now causing the suffering. It's the cycle of abuse. She lost everything she cares about. Now she truly has nothing to care about, so she's taking everything away from everyone else so she can remain in control. I do like that it didn't touch on the whole Thrawn side of things, because I have no idea what's going on with that at the minute. All I've seen was him from the last episode of this. So Empire is gone. He was in the Empire. I don't know what that means, and now she's trying to do other things in the New Republic. So that's cool. So now I just have to let my mind spin about what on earth is happening there. Don't tell me anything. I don't want any spoilers for what is to come. Even if it makes this episode make sense, I don't want to know what on earth is happening. I just need to focus on this character and what this show did with her. Yeah, I love the spear thing. The sounds of that sounded awesome. And I guess I really love the brutality of it. She really has gone full witchy and just evil. It's awesome. I feel like there's definitely more to talk about this episode if I knew what else was going on. Because so far, all I can talk about is like the fire thing and just her as a character. I can't think of like what her plans are and like what's going on with that. Yeah, I think this was just a very cool look at the character herself and just getting to see what her origin was and how everything she lost everything. Now she cares about nothing. She is just full of revenge and hatred, and that is just being guided by Thrawn, who I've got no idea what he's doing now, if that's Empire or not. But yeah, I really enjoyed her little story. It was quite nice just seeing how the Empire shaped this villain. And technically 3 things shaped this villain now. Separatists, originally, then the Empire, and then New Republic. So her story crossed 3 different times then. That's quite cool. I think my favorite part about her story is just how hopeless she makes everything feel. This episode in particular, just seeing how she kept destroying the hope of the people that's beneath her was excellent. Her destroying, like the way she was chasing that one New Republic person. So just that, everyone around her died and she was just on the run. And I love the fear in her eyes. It felt so helpless and hopeless. So she was just running, and then the only escape is out in the open to the ship and then just completely destroyed. It captured how helpless she was. And then even destroying the SOS beacon, that was good. That was insane. That last sliver of hope, that I keep wanting to say Imperial officer because that's what I'm in at the minute, but the New Republic person, the last bit of hope with their dying moment called that SOS signal, only for it to be just destroyed and obliterated. So that person kind of died in vain then. I think that just built this villain very well. Yeah, on to the next bit for Barris's thing, and hopefully that makes more sense to me because Barris, I think this is the most current storyline of Barris. Otherwise, she's just been in the original stuff. So yay, hopefully I can understand that one a bit more. Very snowy. Okay, where are we? Where did we leave her anyway? Planet where the Empire was not very liked, or they thought it was a rebel something thing. They were looking for a Jedi, and it was that planet. So there's a clearly different planet. And now following 2 people with a weird animal. Cool. Oh. What is that? What is that? What is that? Okay, cool creature. Oh, do you have a child? Okay, no, he seems friendly.
We seek the healer.
The healer? Is that Barris? Oh no, you need a healer. Is your child okay? Okay. I'm trying to think of what time this is in the galaxy. What's happening right now? Is this Empire or then, I guess, New Republic time? That's a nice shot, wow. Okay, storm's died down, that's good. That looks familiar. Giant glacier, is this? Oh, Clone Wars. Crystal Planet, is this the Crystal Planet? They had a lot of ice there. Whispers? What's going on? Why so secretive? There's barely any of you here.
Come. She will see you.
She, yes, Barris. Okay, so Barris is a healer now. That's cool. So really gone full good guy after the whole Inquisitor thing.
Come forward.
Okay.
You're safe here.
Oh, wow. New look. Has she grown more? Has she grown up?
But the Empire came to our village and examined all of the children.
Okay, so still Empire.
Of their blood. Something about Micah frightened them.
Yeah, that means...
Take him away, so we fled. That's when we met the Traveler and he told us to find you.
Okay, Force sensitive child. And so, I mean, you help Force sensitive children? That's awesome.
My family faced a similar situation, but it was the Jedi who came and took me.
Okay, what do you think of the Jedi at the minute?
They trained me as their own. I saw amazing things.
Amazing, positive.
Traveled the stars with my master.
Okay, actually looking back positively.
Before a darkness took me.
Okay, so, wow, you've really turned around on everything, haven't you?
You saying our child is a Jedi?
No.
But could be.
He would have been taken, like I was, to the temple and trained as a Jedi Knight of old.
This is so weird to think about, that the Jedi are so died out that people just don't even think about them anymore and they've kind of just been lost.
You are right to run. The Empire will take your child and use them.
There's a shadow at the door.
Something worse.
Okay, no, bad things. Someone followed them?
Wise mother, someone is coming.
Well, they're obviously after the child. Send them away or protect them. Do something. Hide the child. This landscape is so cool. Okay, there's the person. Who is it?
You are dismissed. Take this family and go. Use my starship.
Okay, protect them. Amazing.
To see an old friend. She'll understand what to do.
Who's that? She. Who's that? Old friend. Ahsoka? Maybe? You contact? What does Ahsoka be doing now? If the Empire's still here, that means rebellion after Tales of the Jedi? Oh, dear. So, wait, you're back in contact with her. Is that Ahsoka or could that be someone else?
Do to repay you.
Live.
Okay, she's really come full circle. See, Barris is very interesting. So the Jedi basically confused her and she's managed to become better than them without them. That says a lot about where the whole Jedi Order were at that time. Her character really goes to display the corruption of them in general. Just how she's managed to flourish on her own, like finding it herself. So maybe being a Jedi doesn't need that much of a giant order. Maybe people can do it by themselves. Who is it? Who is it? Chloe? Lynn.
How ironic that when I am not seeking you, I find you at last.
I do like how she was introducing Kenobi, because she didn't get a lot to do there, but it's clear that her story is now just very much tied to Barris.
Sent for the child.
So you'd leave Barris alone? Ah! Woo! Straight to it, got it.
Chasing down innocent children for your empire.
You're a traitor. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
You're still fully on board. How much time has passed?
Do not call me that. Now step aside.
Oh, she really isn't. Okay, great. Do you have a lightsaber? What are you doing? Doing nothing, okay. Nice, good, avoid. Trying to think, if she had a lightsaber, would it be the red one that she had before? Okay, she's just avoiding everything. This is awesome.
Predictable.
Can you avoid that? Yes, amazing. Ooh. And forcing, okay, cool. Okay, you're just toying with her.
And if you go in, you will not come out.
Fear is my ally, not yours.
You choose your allies poorly.
Okay, that's a great line.
Once I am finished with the child,
I will be back for you.
Really? Why not just take care of her now? She knows she can't take Barris. Okay, that's really interesting though. Barris has developed so much over. Her story has been stretched out. I feel like too much. This is 3 big points of her life. Yeah, I almost want them closer together. Almost sounds like she might have reconciled with Ahsoka. That's something I would have liked to have seen. And then her going from joining the Inquisitors to leaving them. I feel like that more could have been done in between that time. Yeah, it's awesome just seeing where I guess she ended up. So in an icy cave. Is this Crystal Planet? Icy cave, I don't see. No, I think, because yeah, I've been told Empire took control of that planet and then apparently they used Kyber crystals to make the Death Star crystal. This probably ain't it then. Oh, she doesn't know the way. But you guys do, obviously, awesome. She's gonna get lost on her own footprints. Oh, cool, they made it to the ship and she's still just stuck in the cave. Fear? Oh, that's nice. Getting to see the fear on her face. Yep, her ally has abandoned her. And you're safe? Please let them be safe. Don't find them. Don't hear the ship and go for them. Oh, I do like this. She's okay. Is this like she's constantly seeing her own reflection here, just seeing the fear herself? This is destroying her. I'm going away. Cool. Yay. Where are you going though? Who has she sent you to? What are you doing?
I warned you.
What are you doing? You taunting her?
There is no trickery. I don't want you to die here.
Oh.
Do you know what they'll do to me for my failure?
Sincere is not your ally.
What are you doing? Are you trying to change her? Offering her a way out, and she's almost saying, like, is she... She almost looks... No, is she just afraid about the failure? What can she do then? We know that she'll probably be killed for her failure, but she's clearly failed.
I am here.
Still lashing out. What? No! No! Wait, you threw it aside. Come on, no, you can't die here, no.
I forgive you.
Oh!
I want you to show me the way out.
Well, you should have stabbed her then.
Just have to accept it, Lynn.
Stop calling me that.
Oh.
That is who you are.
I feel like you're just overlooking the whole stabbing element of this.
There is no way out, is there?
That's what the Empire wants you to think.
Oh, I love this. She's made it like a metaphorical prison. And now she has to... Could you shove any Inquisitor in here and turn them? Or any Imperial person and just shove them in the cave? Would that work on anyone? Is Barris dying? She's still breathing. Is she dead? What's happening? You can't be dying.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
Okay, good. You're actually talking to her, not like... Okay. Yeah, again, it's like stabbing with the lightsaber. That should be fatal unless... Oh, and she leaves the lightsaber behind. Okay, so she has changed. Wow. And her getting out of here is also getting out of the Empire. Awesome. But yeah, so... is it like some kind of alien biology? Because I know that's how the Grand Inquisitors managed to survive being stabbed through their second stomach. So is that something with... Barris's species and how she can survive? Otherwise, again, it's like, I don't know, it's the living through lightsabers. Yes, it can be explained, but it's a little bit annoying. Ending there! What? No! What? Did she live? That's certainly an interesting ending, but I need to know if she lives. That was, wow, okay. I mean, it'd be an interesting way for her character to actually end, freeing an Inquisitor from the Empire, but I don't like the ambiguity. It's cool, but I don't like it, no. I need certainty that she lived, or just certainty if she died. It feels like she probably would have died now, unless there's some weird biology thing that lets her live. She's on a cold planet, so maybe, no, because she's dying, oh dear. Then, of course, she said that she's a healer, so maybe she has stuff back at her campsite that can heal that, maybe. But yeah, overall, that was an awesome episode and a great look into Barris's character now that it's fully arced. I think my main problem with Barris's story is how stretched out it is. And that kind of linked over to Morgan's as well. But we saw many different points of their lives, which did go with Tales of the Jedi, where we got to see Ahsoka as a child, training, then after Clone Wars, Dooku, I think, where was he at the start? He was very young, then older, then Yaddle death. So again, it's looking at those points of lives, but for those two, Ahsoka and Dooku got so much more time spread out in between that. Morgan, I have no idea, she'll get to that, but Barris, obviously, we don't get any of that, and I think that's kind of a shame, because you can't piece together what happened from just these small points taken out of her life. I feel like she definitely needs like maybe a show or something to be able to explore and put her on the same level as the other characters that Tales of the Jedi has explored. Yeah, this episode was awesome in just getting to see, like, I really like the metaphorical side of it. Having her actually being able to save Lynn, I guess. I'm assuming that is her save. There's a lot of showing rather than telling, leaving it kind of ambiguous. So I'm assuming that is her fully leaving the Empire, with leaving the lightsaber behind in the cave and accepting that there is a way out. So all of that time, I'm guessing a lot of the Inquisitors are just afraid that there is no way out from the Empire. That was their only option. And now, Barris has managed to show that Lynn that there is another way out. I think this is definitely the perfect place for where Barris' story would go, is helping people. She has And I like that, yeah, really like that she's looking back in a positive light at the Jedi and what they did, because her whole journey has led her to this point where she's now able to help people get away from the Empire, which is awesome. Because her character basically started off as being super obedient, doing everything her master said, being kind of just psychologically tormented through that sort of process, because I know about all the stuff that happened in between her appearances in Clone Wars, where she was just put through it. And she came to realize how corrupt the Jedi were and how that's not something she thought was right and not in line with the light side of the Force. And now she's actually come through it and become a better Jedi without being part of the Jedi Order. That's insane. It honestly makes me wonder if it's better for the Jedi to not be such a giant organization and rather more an individual sort of style thing. Having it be so organized seems to have led to its downfall, as it lets you, I don't know, maybe it almost lets you praise the High Council without letting them see their faults, because that's kind of what happened. A lot of the Jedi thought they were blameless and everything, yet they were kind of the cause of the whole thing. So having it be on a more individual level would allow for more criticism, and you wouldn't have such a monopoly then from their religion. Yeah, I love Barriss in this episode. Just her fight scene with Lynn at the start was completely avoiding it. I'm assuming she doesn't have a lightsaber at the minute, because her last one was the red one, and I'm guessing she didn't manage to. Well, I know there's a way to do it. You purify it, I've been told. Terrace Nube did it. He had the white lightsaber in his cane, so that means he purified a red one. So that means that she didn't do that with hers, and I think she left it on the planet when she chose to help the other person. So yeah, she doesn't have a lightsaber, so I just love that she's able to fully and capably defend herself. She even used the Force to defend herself, which is awesome. It's fully Jedi. I think my main reservation about this is just because of how spaced out it all is, without us having any inkling of what happened in between. Ahsoka, you can fill in the gaps. Here, you just can't. We know that she left the Inquisitors after just joining them, and then she just managed to set up shop and helped people from there. And I feel like there's a lot of development that went in between that spot, and I would have liked to have seen that. I feel like, again, the times are a little bit iffy in what they've done. First one was cool, immediately after Order 66, after her Clone Wars arc. Then immediately she leaves the Inquisitors, kind of wish we got to see a bit of her during the Inquisitors, and then her miles away from that to her being a lot older and doing a lot of good in the galaxy, and having done a whole lot of development out from what we haven't seen. But overall, it's awesome just seeing where she ended up. Now, I just hope that she did survive that somehow. So just to start off, I definitely enjoyed both of these episodes, and just looking at Morgan's story, I do like how she's a villain that's basically, it could have become a hero in some ways, because a lot of her origin is very similar to a lot of other hero stories, where she lost her family, lost everything she loves, but normally, or sometimes, the hero's journey will be that they want to make themselves stronger so that those things never happen again and they can protect them rather than feel helpless when it happens. For her, she's seen it as she was out of control, she lost everything, so now she wants to be on the other side of that. She wants to be the one that causes that destruction, yet not have it affect her. Love that that is her angle and her origin of her story. Her progression into the Empire is also super interesting, seeing how she became the magistrate of a planet, offered deals to get in and uses fear to gain control. But it's also quite interesting how she thought and wanted to be accepted by these people originally, and she over time realized that they'd never accept her. Of course, that's her own fault, because the deals she offered weren't really that great. There's definitely her fault on her part for the things that she's done, but it does come off as kind of understandable, relatable, because she is looking to belong, I guess, but her desire for revenge that will never be satisfied kind of comes above everything else. Thrawn has been able to guide it and use it for whatever his purpose is. She stayed in control of this planet and is now destroying it and using its resources. They never really said what she's doing with it, but I do like where her character has ended up after this, where she is in control, she's destroying their hope, and she has become a full dictator, villain, awful person who's now destroying these people's lives, and is in full control of the suffering that she puts on these people. It's a good mirror for what her character has been through, where she was the one who experienced what these people are experiencing now, and now she is the one inflicting that pain. The citizen that we see, I can't remember what his name was, but he's like the main citizen dude. I am getting the idea that he was the one originally in charge, and then he fell for her deal and gave her authority and power. So he's obviously filled with regret, and he's trying to make life better, I guess, for the people. But I like how this episode basically used him to show how hopeless everything is. Him at the end seeing, I guess, better ways, always trying to help the people that come in to try and do things to get rid of her. He's always trying to be hopeful, yet he's left alive. Yeah, the ending was just so good, and how the SOS signal gets sent out only for her to destroy it in front of him, leaving him in a state of utter hopelessness. It'll be interesting to see what becomes of this planet then, because it's something, I guess, within the New Republic that is being controlled by a very bad presence. And it'll just be interesting what these people do now, because I'm assuming the New Republic is meant to be better than the Empire, at least. So I doubt they would stand for what's going on here. And it's quite shocking that it's all because of one person. The citizens aren't even on board with it. They are just being treated like slaves on this planet, with one person benefiting. Then you have the New Republic officer, person, ambassador. So we know that she was originally from this planet. Can't remember if she was in the episode before this one, but I do like that she came back, and because that gives her a personal investment into this planet. She wants to see her home be freed from what Morgan's doing, and it gives her personal insight into how the planet got to this place to begin with. But I do like that she was basically used to demonstrate Morgan's power. The hopelessness of her in the start, in her like being chased scene, where everyone around her gets killed. She's on the run. Her only exit is this giant open space where she's gonna get shot, only to run to her ship and then see it explode in front of her. It's very sad, but it also just builds Morgan up in an incredible way, that she is fully in control of the situation and she isn't going to lose her power. I think overall, just looking at Morgan's story, it's very good, just seeing her origin. Of course, I don't know anything about the character. All I know is from this stuff. So I'm assuming it makes a lot more sense and is more impactful once you know the character from wherever she shows up. On its own, I think it's very good. I like how they mirrored the whole fire thing. I think I've gotten a lot from this character and just understanding her from this alone. And I am very interested in what she'll end up doing. It feels like they set her up very well to whatever she does end up becoming. And I think overall, it's just quite a good origin. Seeing how they've taken a very classic hero origin and twisted it into her becoming the villain from it. It feels believable and you can empathize with her, but then you also see that she's just become completely overtaken by revenge and hatred, and that's where it sort of leaves off from sympathetic villain to full out pure villainy, where her revenge at this point can no longer be satisfied because the people that did this stuff to her are long gone. So she is just left with this pain and suffering that she can never fix. On to Barris's story. I love just getting to see her like this and just being good. I'm trying to remember all of the story points that we've seen from her. From Clone Wars to what this showed, this is the best we've seen Barris be in her like space, in her, I guess, training. Originally we saw her as the student who would do everything Luminara said and was basically the perfect student. She was basically a robot. And then her just attacking the Jedi Temple, to her fall, to Inquisitors, to leaving it. Now she seems in like such a good space, and it's just nice to see her in that position after everything she has been through. I do love that she's basically devoted her life now to helping the victims of the Empire and just being a healer. It's nice. She's basically a doctor to the galaxy and everything. She knows that the Empire will be hunting her and trying to find her, but she's still out there trying to help people. Her story in general is just really interesting in the fact that the Jedi kind of messed her up, and without them, she's been able to become the best version of herself. It goes to show how corrupt the Empire, goes to show how corrupt the Jedi were, just how free she's now become without them. It makes you wonder if that could have happened for anyone else. What would a lot of other Jedi be like without the monopoly of the Jedi Order? Lynn's story was definitely a great highlight of this show, I guess, in general, because now I know that she was introduced in Kenobi, and then she got more story to do here, which kind of adds something to Kenobi, where she wasn't in competition with Reva or the fifth brother for the position of Grand Inquisitor, because her whole thing was looking for Barris. That's what she was obsessed with. So I love getting to see that explored through this show, and just her journey here. She was the one that introduced Barris to the Inquisitors, and now Barris has freed her. And I love just how much emotion was shown on her face during the whole ice cavern thing. Like the line of fear, no longer like being her ally, and all of this stuff was absolutely great. And you just get to see it completely unravel through just her lashing out at the cavern. You get to see fear overtake her or even abandon her, and now she's the one that's afraid. Because this place, you could probably die in here, and just from lack of food, water, just darkness, it wouldn't be great. It's such a good metaphorical situation to help her get out of the Empire and the dark side itself. Makes you wonder if this thing could be used for a lot of other people that are in the dark side. That there is other ways out of it. The story as a whole for Barris, I really enjoyed just seeing her go to the Inquisitors. Of course there are faults, but I did enjoy it overall. Her joining the Inquisitors to leaving for seeing what the Empire truly is, because it's all about her trying to navigate the new galaxy and just being able to survive. Anyone would have done it. She never fully gave herself to the dark side. She got close, but she never actually did it. She was never fully on board with what the Inquisitors stood for. Honestly makes you wonder how certain she was about her attack on the Jedi Temple. If she was fully on board with just destroying it, you'd think she'd be fully on board with joining the thing that came after it. But of course she had her reservations. She thinks things through more carefully now. She isn't guided by fear at this point. Her isolation gave her a long time to think about what her position is. So we've seen her go from joining the Inquisitors, leaving them, and then becoming the doctor of the galaxy and just being able to be a healer to whoever needs her. It's a wonderful journey that she's gone on, and I don't know if this would be the end for her, because she got stabbed, and I don't know if that would be like permanent or not. It leaves off in an ambiguous way, so that could be the ending, it could be not. I guess is whatever the creators want to do with her. That could be where it just ends off, but I don't know. I think if that is her end, I think she's had a great story and a great run through the galaxy, but it definitely feels like there's more story points for her to get with, because I think she referenced she that can keep this young Force-sensitive child safe. I would hope that would be Ahsoka, because it's an old friend, and that could mean that there was a reconciliation somewhere, and I would enjoy seeing that. A fault for this, then, I guess. Half of it, I guess I can't talk about, because it's like Morgan, and I feel like my faults for Morgan's side of things probably stems down to the stuff that I don't know about her. I feel like it could be easily better than what I'm imagining it as, with the more information that you get about her later down the line. So for me, the only fault of that is that I just don't understand half of the things that are going on, and I guess other things that her story played on. Whereas Barriss' side of things, I feel like the main faults there is that it's so spread out, and it works with Ahsoka and Dooku because you've got so much more on them in other things. Barriss basically was only in Clone Wars, and I know she had further story in other things, but having it just be in the visual medium of animation, film, etc., having that just be in Clone Wars and then this feels like a disservice to her, because you're basically finishing off her story here and expanding so much on it when there's still so much more to do. It feels like she's developed in the jail cell, and being in prison she developed, being part of the Inquisitors would have been development, and leaving them to be the Doctor, that would have been development. All of that got missed out on these small points. That is what you feel with the show, where Ahsoka's, you got to see her journey through Clone Wars, and you got to see Dooku's journey as well, a lot of it, and then Tales of the Jedi basically filled in little parts. This was kind of the reverse. Clone Wars feels like it filled in the little parts, whereas Tales of the Empire feel like it's doing the major story points, which should have been in a show or something. I do hope Barriss gets more to do now just to fill in that time spots, because that would help elevate her story here, because right now it feels like a lot of things were missing. Yes, it's still a good story and it's really good for her, but things are missing. There's development that should have been shown which need to be done in like a show or something. I feel like there's definitely plans for it, because like you have the whole thing with her saying that she's sending them to an old friend who happens to be a she. That screams Ahsoka. So I hope that there is some kind of continuation there, where it might not be she could have died here, but that means you can still explore her past. Overall, I have thoroughly enjoyed this show. Definitely not as good as Tales of the Jedi, but that's simply because those characters had far more going on than what these two have. And I think it probably helps seeing this after seeing Morgan's whatever else she's doing. So that's my own fault for seeing it in this order compared to viewing order. Yeah, I think overall this was a good opportunity to look into characters that needed it. I guess I don't know if Morgan needed it or not, but Barriss definitely needed it. I'm glad her story got continued. She wasn't forgot about, and that makes me think that there are more plans for her, that they've got to do more with her now. Giving her this much story with how many gaps there are in between feels like you should be able to fill in those gaps now. It gives you a very clear trajectory for her story, and you can shove her in where you need her. It feels good. But yeah, then storylines and techniques, I think they were great. I especially loved the last of Barriss' episode. No, I love both of them. The fire stuff in Morgan's, how her whole story was defined by fire, and now she is the one in control of it, and she's using it to cause the suffering. Love that aspect of it. And then Barriss' side of things, loved her line about fear, and how she was basically motivated by a lot of fear. Is that her whole thing in Clone Wars? She mainly just saw that the Jedi were corrupt and evil and all of that, and that they were going down the wrong path. Then I guess she joined the Inquisitors out of fear for not knowing what they'd do to her if she didn't join them. Then she left the Inquisitors because she overcame her fear, and here she helped someone else overcome their fear. And I love the line of just fear being an ally and all of that stuff, and how she actually managed to show Lynn that fear is not her ally, that it is in control of her, and I love that it just, the whole environment basically let Lynn see how afraid she was, because it was just a reflection of herself constantly. But yeah, with that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments, and I will see you in the next video for, it's the shorts before Rebels. I know they have 4 shorts before them, apparently as an introduction to the characters. I'll be watching those, that'll be one video. Then I'm planning to do Rebels in 2 episodes per video like I did Clone Wars, so think about going back to that. But basically, the shorts, reaction, and the first 2 episodes will be out same time, so you don't have to wait a while after the shorts to go to the main thing. So I'll be doing that all in one. So yeah, I will see you in the shorts and then for episode 1 and 2 of Rebels. See ya!